Hello YouTube. Wanted to do a quick review here of the new 18mm XF WR linear motor lens from Fuji. As you guys are aware, I like to really choose the lens based on the street photography intent I have for that day. So wanted to really test this lens more for what it can do for me here in Michigan, especially with the fall season coming along. We're losing light. Daylight saving time is coming up here real soon. And as I actually post this video, we just entered into that. So I thought, I've had this lens for a month. I really liked the reviews that I saw on it, the images that folks were getting. Decided to pick this lens up, see what it can do for me in those instances where I wanted a wide angle lens, but I'm not quite as wide as a 24mm or the f16 lenses, but maybe a little wider than the 23. So I went ahead and got this lens and decided, hey, Halloween, why not go out, test this lens out and see what it can do in a low light situation out. And unfortunately, it being Michigan and being fall, potentially in the rain, and see what results I get. As you'll see from the video, once I get it going on that outing, I was pretty excited about the results I got. Pretty excited about how being able to go to a 1.4 gave me a lot of latitude and post as well as out and shooting at the time I was shooting. I was able to bring in a lot of light into the lens, into the camera, and as you guys can see, I shot this with my X Pro3 and really impressed with it. Did very well in the rain, which I kind of expected it would. And another reason why I got it is because of that linear motor action. I do like the linear motor focusing system. I do have some other lenses that have it. I know that Fuji's coming out with some new lenses, the 33 and a 23 with it. They're preparing themselves, from what I hear, is for a future camera that will take full advantage of that linear motor. So could that be a nod to the new XH2? Possibly, but we'll see come 2022, right? So build quality, very nice lens. Not disappointed. Fuji never disappoints in their build quality for their lenses. This is not an XC lens. Being an XF lens is going to have that same build quality that you see. It's not a red badge lens, which would give it a higher level, I believe, of optical performance. But as far as it being an XF lens, I got, metal on this bad boy. It has some weight on it, and you can look at other videos and see what those specs are from those folks. I generally don't go too deep into specs. I do like the fact that it will give me a 1.4 wide open, which again made it a perfect candidate for me to start shooting low light with. Out of all of the lenses I do have, again, the 23 1.4, and I like it. It's just that sometimes I want a little wider, but not as wide as what I get from the 16mm. So will I shoot street night photos again with this lens? Absolutely. It held up really nicely again. It also held up extremely well in the rain. With that water resistant rating on it, I expected it to do the same thing that other Fuji lenses would do, as well as coupled with my X Pro 3. Now, you'll see in the video further on exactly what that means and how that looked. And again, I was really impressed. Now, I did bring with me, just in case I had the opportunity to get some portraits and didn't have the ability to get close to individuals, I went ahead and brought the Fujifilm XF 50mm here. This only does go to an f2, so it's a little slower. Didn't know how that was going to play, but it did not play well, actually, believe it or not. Some of the venue was moved inside because of the rain, and it was even darker, and that f2 needed some help. So didn't really use this lens a lot. I probably got maybe about 4 photos that I really enjoyed using this. So overall feelings about the 16 XF LMWR lens, definitely something worth looking into if you want something wide, want something that's weather resistant, want something that's going to provide you a lot of light in low light situations. Although it is as big as the XF 56 millimeter as far as almost size wise, and even a little bit in weight. Its presence on the X Pro 3 wasn't as bad as you would think, and I'll go ahead and put that on here for you guys so you can see. It gave me a really good feel on the camera, and then there's that presence. You know, I think it worked well. Again, you know how I feel about shooting. Pick the right lens, go out with the right intent, and go get you some images. Did I have any issues shooting folks and folks feeling a little bit apprehensive? Absolutely not. When you go to festivals, and this was a light festival I went to show off this lens capability, folks were absolutely ready to have photos of themselves taken, so that helped out in the end as well. So with that, let me go ahead as usual, get some pictures in front of you guys so you can see, make your own determinations about this lens and whether you feel that is right for you. And as always, if you like the content that I'm putting out, definitely subscribe, definitely like, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks, YouTube. Have a good day.